War chest. Roy McDonald, who succeeded Joe Bruno in the state Senate and represents Rensselaer and parts of Saratoga County, has a bit of catching up to do when it comes to raising cash. Democrat Joanne Yepsen is the only challenger in the state to significantly outraise an incumbent at this point in the game. She raised more than $70,000 and has just over $60,000 on hand. Compare that to McDonald's nearly $45,000 raised, which is all he has on hand since he's also spent more money than Yepsen so far.
Last year's Senate and Assembly elections, the 212 races in the state, only 3 people who were outspent wound up winning. So it's one of the best indicators available at this point in time.
Fighting on 2 fronts. The man who is tasked with designing a strategy to win back the state Senate for the GOP now has to defend his own seat as well. This week, Democrat John Orzel, a retired school teacher and former Whitney Point mayor, threw his hat in the ring to challenge 22-year incumbent Tom Libous.
I don't think that he is doing anywhere near all that he could be doing to help not just the people in his district, but people across the state. He's very, very quick to point the fingers of blame at downstate Democrats. You know, he plays to this upstate-downstate division.
Orzel wants to reform how public schools are funded, change state redistricting protocol, and push for responsible drilling in the Marcellus Shale. In 2008, Libous ran unopposed.
Another year has gone by. We've actually taken steps backwards.
Better late than never. Also in the southern tier, Assemblywoman Donna Lupardo announced her re-election bid just outside the Broome County Board of Elections and just moments before turning in her petitions to get on the ballot. Despite the fact that she is a 3-term incumbent, Lupardo appears to be running with a reform message, as she wasted no time criticizing the legislature's work.
Latest state budget, certainly since I've been there in my last five and a half years, an ethics reform bill that really only went halfway. The governor wound up vetoing it because it wasn't strong enough. And finally, we're seeing some movement on neutral redistricting, but honestly, I'm not optimistic.
So far, Jason Stokes, an Endicott firefighter, and Arthur Garrison, a small business owner, have announced plans to challenge Lupardo on the Republican ticket. And star power. Little-known candidate Mark Levine, who is running for AG candidate Eric Schneiderman's open Senate seat, got a major boost this week from an old friend. The Daily News reports movie star Edward Norton contributed $3,000 to Levine's campaign. And that's not the only help the Manhattanite has gotten from Hollywood. Matt Damon also reportedly gave him $15,000. Levine is up against Assemblyman Adriano Espaillat in the Democratic primary.